7. The first question I ask everybody that I've interviewed here so far is, what was your initial reaction finding out you're going in the Hall of Fame this year?
Oof, man, a lot of shock, a lot of surprise. Very thankful, very thankful. Felt like a full circle moment. Ashland University has been such a big part of my life. So, we try, me and a couple of my teammates, we try to get up there every other year at least, to just come back and see the school and everything. So, I mean, it was a great moment for me. I was very, very happy. First thing I did was call my mom and just to let her know and stuff like that. And, it was a good moment to share with them. For sure.
And then let's circle back to pre-AU days where you're down in Cincinnati and making your decision on where to go to college and where to play basketball. You were here for John Ellenwood's first 4 years here in Ashland, but you were telling me before we started that he was recruiting you for another school.
Yes. Before that, it was a Division III school down in Kentucky called Thomas More, very close to Cincinnati. He was the head coach there. He had saw me, I believe, a little bit of AAU and in my senior year of high school. And then there was also a guy that he coached that was from Cincinnati that I knew very well. So there was a pretty nice connection there. And he had reached out to me then. I had took a visit to Thomas More and everything and wanted to keep my options open. I also took a visit to Wilmington College as well and was kind of debating between the two schools. And then at the last minute after my senior year, Coach Ellenwood came back and said, "Hey, I'm getting this job at this Division II school and would love to have you be a part of it." So that's how I ended up coming to Ashland.
Very cool. Did you know much about Ashland before you wanted to come here?
No, I didn't know anything about Ashland. It was quite a surprise when I got there. It was the first time I've ever seen Amish people in my life, so it was a pretty nice surprise for me.
It's amazing how almost everybody in these interviews mentions the Amish at one point or another.
Big part of Ashland. That's what I like about it. It has a lot of character to it.
Absolutely. So you're here for John Elwood's first 4 years as he's attempting to build his program up. And in the course of that, you're able to become an All-American. And you're the last All-American the program has had, despite a lot of really good players who probably should have been All-Americans since you left. Mm-hmm. But what was that like for you, kind of being that spearhead and the leader of a program that was trying to reestablish itself?
Well, I kind of knew that, we wanted to kind of set something up for in the future after I was done playing at Ashland. With something like this could be a great recruiting point and being able to get guys in and show that Coach Ellenwood can coach players who were maybe unrecruited and can coach them to such a high level. And I think that would be we thought that was a good thing for the program, which eventually it did end up being. And there's guys that have come through, and you guys have had winners and everything. So I thought that was a big thing for the school, man. That was something that I kind of wanted to leave my mark on with the school and help that be like a transition phase for the next groups coming in.
And you mentioned it, right? After you left, that was when the winning kind of started with the conference championships, the NCAA tournament appearances. So that was mission accomplished from your end, right?
Yes, I think so. A lot of good guys like Wendell Davis, Boo Osborne, those guys that came through. I think with those guys, I think things just started to click. The first few years, it was a little bit rough. We were still kind of learning. And then as we were transitioning out, I think things just started to click. There was a lot of connection between the older guys and younger guys that were leaving out, guys that were coming in. I think there was starting to be a big change in the culture there. And then that's what eventually led to what came next. So that was pretty nice.
And you and I spoke a few years ago when John Elwood broke Roger Lyon's wins record here. And he doesn't get to that place where he is right now if he doesn't lay that foundation with guys like you those first 4 years.
Yeah, I think it's just impressive. I'm glad that I was able to be part of the journey. I think it was very, it's a nice thing to have, to be there for the coach's first win and everything, and just to see what Coach Ellenwood has done so far and how impressive it's been for him. He's been there for quite a while and he's been able to do a lot. And I think that he's really comfortable at Ashland. I mean, that's his home, man. So, and he was a guy who played at Worcester, which isn't maybe 20 minutes away. So, he was very familiar with the area and stuff like that. And I think it's just nice for him, man. I'm very, 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 very happy for Coach. So
after graduation for you, I know you played a lot of years overseas and was very productive. Tell people where all you played and what it was like to play not American or not American basketball.
Yeah, so yeah, totally. I got about 10 years in. I played majority of them in Spain, I believe 5 of the 10. Then I played in France, Israel, Japan, Finland, and Denmark. And it's been a journey, man. It's a lot different. The game is it's a very European game, so it's a lot more finesse and skill and stuff like that. It was a very big change for me because instead of playing guys who were maybe 18 to say maybe 24 at the oldest, you were playing against guys who were 35, 34, who were really prime basketball players who played against really good talent, play against guys from all over the world, different styles of basketball. So you had to kind of have a big learning curve. It was a big learning curve to, pick up a lot of stuff. And it's been enjoyable, man. It was definitely a big challenge for me. A lot of things change with just the living, living abroad and stuff like that. And I eventually adapted to it, and it got a little bit easier for me, and I was able to make it a good experience for me.
Excellent. So, what is life like for Evan Yates these days?
Just I'm here in the States, making some things happen. Just trying to, pass the days by and stuff like that. Doing a little bit of volunteer work as well, with basketball and stuff like that. So just staying active, staying around the game. I try to go and visit some of the teams I play for abroad and just to go hang out in the city. A lot of my old teammates, get to see them and stuff like that. So just staying busy, got some good things going here. So it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Excellent. So, if you come across someone in your travels that says, "Hey, my son might want to go to Ashland University and play basketball, or just go to Ashland University and just be a student," what would your sales pitch be?
First off, I got to start with combo. Amazing. The cafeteria is bar none number one, best thing in the world. No, but I think it's a close-knit community. I think everyone kind of knows each other there, and everyone's looking to push you forward and help you succeed there. There's no people there that have bad will towards anybody. And I think it's a very family-friendly place. It's a good place for like someone who's very family-oriented to go to school to. So I think that's really nice for a young student, whether they are an athlete or not. I think it's a good place to go. Education is amazing there as well. So you always have your choice. Great education program with the for being teachers. They have great business school, and I think they provide a lot for the students there.
Awesome. And finally, Evan, on the morning of homecoming, my boss Al King is up there and he's introducing you, getting you up to the podium there. What do you think it's going to be like to give that speech that morning?
Oof, a bit nervous, but first time ever getting something like this in my life. So it'll be very new for me, but I think I'll be prepared. I just want to give a lot of thanks to a lot of people who've helped me along the road, man. Just the family, friends, the coaches, everybody who kind of believed in me and pushed me. I think that part will be easy. I think it'd just be the initial shock, and then everything after that will be fairly easy to deal with.